Hey you guys, it's Christina with Leads and Leverage, and I am here today with you for episode number 60 of The Ribbit Show. I hope that's the right number. If I'm off, I'm off. Anyway, today we're going to actually talk about what you can do today to get listings next week. And for many people, this works for this time of year. There are a few of you in a few different areas that you're going to have to modify this and do it at a different time of year. So I'm going to get into that. First, I want to welcome, if you are watching this in replay, so it's not live, but it was recorded live, obviously, because it's live right now, and you're watching this in a replay, would you do me a favor? Would you click like or comment and let me know where you're watching from? I love to see where you're watching from, where everybody is. Sometimes I daydream about your locations because they're kind of awesome. So just kind of introduce yourself in the comments and let me know. And then also, if you don't have time to watch this right now, all of this right now, if you click share and share it to your wall and just hang it onto your wall, you can come back and you can watch it, and that way it's not lost. You're not gonna have to worry about that. So let me check the, make sure that this is actually playing out on the page, and check and make sure this is going out there. It is, it's working good. I wanted to make sure. And then I wanna talk to you guys today about what you can do today to get listings tomorrow. So if you're with me live, would you do me a favor? Would you comment below and let me know that you're here? I'm actually doing this live stream from my desktop. This business page, the Leads and Leverage business page, just got the ability to do this just about a week ago. So I'm doing it from my desktop. It's kind of a new test to see how it works. I know it's clearer, and I know we're not gonna have that funny selfie mode where things are backwards for you. So that's kind of cool. But I don't get to see who's on with me. Like, it doesn't show me the little your profile pictures of who's all on with me. So let me know that you're here. Click like, comment, whatever, anything that just lets me know that you're here. That would be awesome. I do know I keep seeing the comments. I tested this in our group, our private members only group, and it was pretty awesome. We all really liked being able to do it from the desktop. It's more stable, etc. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about what you can do today to get real estate listings tomorrow. And for many of you, it is the time of year that home value assessments come out for homeowners. So this is where you come in. You want to be able to leverage that time of year. And what you're going to do is, I'm going to tell you exactly who to do it for and kind of in what order. Who are the people who are going to most likely convert into listings for you, all the way down to the people who are going to be a little bit harder to convert. But this is where you're going to come in. You're going to come in with a comparable market analysis that is exactly what your county assessor is using to determine market value. What do I mean by that? So in my market, the value of the home that is used for tax purposes for that year is based on the value of the home on January 1st. So for example, the assessments for 2017, this year, they come out in our market, they come out in May, okay? But the value of the home is based on the value January 1st. So that means that if the value was higher on January 1st and we're in a depreciating market, there's going to be people who are not happy, but their value of their home is based on that value on January 1st, even if it's lower by 10% in May. Okay? The opposite is also true. Usually markets go up a little bit, usually. So that means that on January 1st, whatever that value is, it's probably going to have gone up 1% or 2% by May. So people are going to be paying that January 1st value. So that's our market, okay? So usually what happens, there are people who are like, I don't like this value. I need to appeal this or contest it. You need to know what your market is like. You need to understand exactly what they need to turn in, and you need to understand what kind of comparable market analysis, a CMA, they need to support their appeal. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a comparable market analysis for people. Now, the thing is how do you get people to do this for? So let's start at the top. There's probably, let me count them all. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 11 different sources that I'm going to tell you about today. That's a lot, but there's 11 different sources I'm going to tell you about, starting with the most effective all the way down to the ones that take a little bit more time. So for all of you who are joining us, there's a whole bunch more people on live. For all of you who are joining us, today I am teaching you what you can do today to get listings next week. And this is all surrounding home value. And what I mean by that is the tax assessor's idea of the value of homes. So here's where it is. First of all, the very first one that you want to do is you want to connect with all of your closed clients. So any closed clients that you've had over the years, over the months of the years, if you've been in business and you've had transactions, connect with every single one of them that currently owns a house in your market. Whether you sold something for them, maybe they bought from someone else, you can still connect with them. Doesn't matter. But any of your closed clients who currently own a house in your market, connect with them. This is what you want to do. You want to start with a phone call. Hey, your assessment just came out, and time this so that you're doing this when they're getting their assessments. So our assessments are typically mailed in May. Everybody gets theirs within a 1 week time period in May. That would be the time to start calling all of your closed clients, all of your past clients. Hey, did you get your assessment? What do you think about it? Do you want me to do a CMA, quick CMA for you to see if maybe you can save some money in taxes this year? Okay, that's where you want to start, right? The next one. The second one you want to do, if you have any current listings, you want to do it for those owners. You want to do it for those owners. That's the second one. You want to do a little adjunct onto that. If you have people that you have maybe done a listing appointment for, but you don't have the listing yet, do them as well. So we're starting with your closed clients, current listings, maybe prospects that you've actually had a listing appointment with or you've been talking with. Then you're going to go through and do it for expireds. And, offer this as a service as a no strings attached. Hey, I understand you're an expired listing. I understand that you whatever. You want to work the verbiage, but I understand that you wanted to sell your home. Hey, the tax assessments just come out. Do you want to try and see if you can save some money? Let me just do a quick CMA based on this for you. Now, with expireds, and then the next one is FSBOs. With both of these, you need to make sure, depending on how it works in your market, I would give them both values. I would give them in my market, I would give them the January 1st value. I would also give them their today, this is what your home will sell for value. Just say, hey, this is for you to appeal on your taxes if it's different. If it is higher than your taxes, let them go. If it is lower than your taxes, then definitely you're going to want to appeal your taxes. But then I would also say, but if you're interested in selling because you were interested before, here's what your home would actually sell for right now. So you're going to give them two values, okay? Number 5, you've never had any transactions before. Then you need to do this for your friends and family. But let me tell you something. It's like the kiss of death for real estate agents. Real estate agents will be told by brokers or other people, say, hey, ask your friends and family if you can practice on them. Please don't use that word. Don't use that word because it makes it sound like you don't know what you're doing. Now, maybe you don't know what you're doing, but you don't want people to know that. So you want to make sure to say, hey guys, assessments have come out this week. I know you own a home. Can I give you a value to make sure that your tax assessment is actually right on? Can I do that for you? Just ask people if you can do that. This is friends and family. Absolutely do this. So if you've just joined us, thank you. We're on episode 60 of The Ribbit Show, and I'm actually teaching you what you can do today to get listings tomorrow. And I can't tell you how I was going through, we actually have a form, one of the later topics, we have 11 ways, 11, I don't know what that is, that's 7, but we have 11 ways that you can get these people to do these tax assessments for. And one of the ways will be online lead generation. I'm going to give you more details. We set up our form like 7 years ago. 7 years ago, we run ads to it every April and May. We get dozens upon dozens upon dozens upon dozens, hundreds every single year. So this is really fabulous. You want to do this. So I've talked about the first 5 ways. The first one is your closed clients. You want to do that. The second one is all of your current listings and your current listing prospects. The third one is expireds. The fourth one is FSBO prospects. The fifth one is friends and family. Now, the sixth one that I'm going to talk about, you need to do this for your geographic farm. If you have a geographic farm, do this for them. I don't mean go out and just do CMAs for everybody. Drop a postcard in the mail or have it hand delivered and let people know. Do you need help? Do you think your tax assessment is too high? I can help you. Make sure they understand this is a no obligation. Make sure you don't overwhelm them with, do you want a list? Do you want a list? Do you want a list? With these people though, I would definitely give them both values. I would give them the value based, however your county or your area or your municipality actually determines value for taxes. Give them a CMA based on that, and then give them a, here's what it would sell for right now. And just say, if you're interested, let me know. Leave it like that. That's for your geographic farm. You need to also do this for your demographic farm. So, and what I mean is the different geographic farm is actually like an actual physical area. So a planned unit development, a neighborhood, etc. A demographic farm like what we had was out-of-state owners. We worked with out-of-state owners. That was our big, we did expireds and we did out-of-state owners. Those were our two big inflows for us. So demographic farm, if you've got it, you're going to probably have to mail if they're out-of-state owners, things like that, but definitely do that for them. The 8th one, and this one's got a lot of different things you can do with it, but it's online lead generation. So there are a few things that you need to have with online lead generation. You're going to need to have a high converting landing page. Now, I highly recommend lead pages. However, if you're brand new in the business and you have zero money, you know what we did? This was way before lead pages existed. We created a form on Google Docs. So we used Google Docs and created a Google form, and we just drove traffic to that. It worked. Don't know how it'll convert now for you, but it worked well for us. Now I would suggest lead pages, and I will put a link here for the lead pages because you can get some bonuses and stuff from that link, but I would use lead pages, and then I would drive everybody into something like MailChimp. Really, really awesome. You're going to want to make sure your audience is targeted because we're going to target these people from Facebook. And by targeted, you need to make sure you are working with people in your zip code who actually own homes in your zip code. So make sure you set that up. Then you want to, so there's all kinds of different ways you can leverage your page-like audience. If it's targeted, you can create ads in Power Editor and push those out to different audiences. If you have a blog, you could write a blog post, teach people how to appeal themselves, put that on your blog post. You could create a short video touching on the important points in your blog post, put that out on Facebook. I'm looking at my notes. You can do several live streams, Facebook live streams about it to target people. There are so many different ways that you can get this from online lead generation. Number 9, offer this to your email database. If you have been building a database from your IDX subscribers to past clients, etc., it doesn't matter. Offer this to your email database. That's really big. The 10th way you can do this, you can actually post this as an option inside the Craigslist services category. So go to Craigslist and post this every 3 days in the services category and let people know. That's another way. And then 11, this was going to sound kind of funny, but you want to offer it throughout your community. So what does that mean? Well, you can actually go put a post, like a single piece of paper up in all the places that you can put up posters. So, or not posters, but you know what I mean, where you can put up stuff and people tear off your number and stuff like that. Don't actually have them tear off your number, but have them be able to tear off either an email or a really quick link to the landing page, whatever that is, but offer it to your community. So I'm giving you ways that if you don't have money, you can leverage your time. And you need to do this. You need to do one of these or several of these. I would actually suggest several layers of these to make this happen. Now, remember, before you do this, you have to make sure that you really, really understand how your local area values are assessed, when they're assessed, and when do people get their assessment values in the mail. And then you also have to understand how they appeal. Are they allowed to appeal? Is it possible to appeal? What are all the things that they need to appeal? What's going to make a successful appeal for them? So you're here to offer them a service to help them, which is going to get you listings. Never failed, always got us listings. It was awesome. It was really, really great. And I explained like how in our area, into the 2017 assessments, we actually get them in the mail in May. It's like the 3rd or 4th week of May or something like that. We get them in the mail. And then, but that value, that assessment is based on the value of our homes on January 1st of 2017. So remember, if you're going to be doing some of these kind of CMA values for people, you have to do it so that the county assessor or whoever it is will actually look at the value. If you do it and you do it based on May's values, not going to help that person. and it's going to make you look like you don't know what you're doing. So make sure you understand how that works in your community. That is a big thing. So here's a couple of additional things that you really need to know about this offer. You have to have a deadline. You cannot just offer this as much as you want before or after. You need to have a deadline. I strongly recommend that you start this just the day or two that before they get this in the mail, and offer it for the 3 weeks that they have. Like in our market, you have 4 weeks to appeal. I don't know what it's like in your market, but whatever it's like in your market, deadline. You want a deadline. You don't want this to go longer than 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks tops. You need to create a sense of urgency. And then you always have to keep at the forefront of your mind that you are offering a service. This is a service to them. It is complimentary. It's to let them know you're going to build authority. You're going to become an expert. You're going to build reciprocity. I've got some really interesting words coming out today. You're going to build reciprocity, because when you give people things, they feel kind of obligated, but in a good way. They want to give back. They want to help. So make sure that you're really focusing on serving and giving, because that's where you're going to get your biggest value. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of go over all this with you guys. If you're here with me, please comment below. Let me know. If you're watching this in replay, awesome. Thank you. And if you guys have any other questions for any future episode of The Ribbit Show, would you do me a favor? Would you email me at christina@leadsandleverage.com and let me know? Just put Ribbit Show in the subject line and let me know what questions you have. You can also put them in the comments here below if that's easier. Let me know what questions you have about online lead generation, Facebook lead generation, for your real estate business, anything along those lines. Let me know. I would love to answer them for you in future episodes of The Ribbit Show. All right, you guys, if you've been commenting, I haven't seen any comments. I'm sorry. It's probably the new format that I'm using. It's the new desktop format. I love this because it makes it easier. I don't have to use my cell phone stuff. I have unlimited data, but I don't have to use it. It's more stable. That's what I love about it. So that's kind of cool. And I have a little bit better camera. So a little bit wider, a little bit clearer. I'm loving that. Anyway, thanks you guys. This was Christina, or I am Christina with Leads and Leverage. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week on the next episode of The Ribbit Show. Have a fabulous afternoon.